Hey guys, it's me as it says here. It's gonna be my first story on Quotive actually. Of course, I'll be reading it off my phone for now. If you want me to eventually read it from the actual website, go ahead and comment down below. Anyways, let's get started. The story for this is The Assassin. Well, the ultimate assassin. Her first name is gonna be Nina, her last name is gonna be Amirota, her hair color is gonna be red, favorite color is gonna be magenta, and the author for this story is Nvidia. So if you want to go ahead and read it for yourself, you can go on Quotive and read from her account. And if you happen to be watching this in video, and you want me to take it down, go ahead and send a request on my Quotive account, Lonely Shazaki, and well, I'll take it down if you'd like. Anyways, let's go. Chapter 1. By the way, those are her clothes, so you can go ahead and imagine it. Hey, are you awake? Can you hear me? Hello? Some distance away, you saw a boy with ivory, gravity-defying hair towering over an unconscious brunette with an insane ahoge. You assume they're about 16, give or take a year, since they were in the same class as you. You ran your fingers through your long red hair and let out a sigh. You kept your gaze on the two and saw that the boy with the ahoge began to stir. Hey, are you alright? You seem dazed. It's not that surprising though. You just fainted and now we're in this situation. Pretty sure everyone else is the same, so don't worry about it. Hello? The white-haired boy continued to talk to the half-awake brunette. You zoned out for a moment, thinking back to what happened before you encountered this duo. Flashback. As you reached the gate, you turned around as your parents gave you a bone-crushing hug. After gently returning the hug, you pulled away, struggling slightly for breath. It's your first day, so be good, okay? To think that the first school our Nina is going to is the top high school in the country. I'm so proud of you. Your mother cried with joy. Your father wrapped an arm around you, sobbing mother, and gave you a soft smile which you returned. You've never had the chance to make friends before now, so this is your chance. I want you to know that we're proud of you and we love you more than anything. Good luck on your first day. We'll be waiting to hear all about it. Your dad's smile stretched even further. You nodded with your spirits lifted higher from their encouragement. I'll do my best. See you later. You waved with the wide smile and turned to step toward the colossal building known as Hope's Peak Academy. You saw your parents retreat and you stopped in front of the entrance. With a deep breath, you took a step forward. With that one step, the world around you spun and you were engulfed in a sudden darkness. You slowly opened your eyes to be greeted with the dark, empty room, with nothing but a door in the middle. A door in the middle of the room? You questioned. It was suspicious, but after analyzing the rest of the room, it was the only place to go. Cautiously, you approached the wooden door and slid it open. Brightness flooded your vision as you made your way through the open doorway. Once your eyes adjusted, you saw 16 other students standing silently, staring intently at the one who had just entered. Glancing around the room, you observed that it was a classroom with 17 desks in total, with some various occupants. Each student ranged from different heights and sizes, and some had quite unusual appearances. Is this what people my age usually look like? You thought. A cough resonated from across the room, effectively shattering the silence. Are you an ultimate too? A girl with short crimson hair and freckles asked. You noticed that she had a camera hung around her neck. It's probably something to do with her talent. A photographer, maybe? In response to her question, you nodded. Well, that's everyone. A large boy in a white suit and glasses said. Huh? How'd you know that? An enthusiastic girl with horns on her head exclaimed. There are 17 desks and 17 students here, obviously. Even someone as dumb as you should be able to figure that out, he replied arrogantly. So, what do we talk about? The short boy with his hair in one large curl piped up. He seemed to be some sort of chef from the look of his outfits, and he was the shortest out of everyone in the class. Why are we all in this classroom? A girl with blonde pigtails huffed, not bothering to look at anyone. Before that, does anyone actually remember coming to this classroom? The large blonde asked. After a prolonged silence, he cleared his throat and spoke again. Apparently not. We are all in the same situation, it seems. Any angle you look at it, it's unnatural. Even you stupid-looking ones agree, correct? You furrowed your eyebrows at his last statement and said, "You don't know anything about us, so you are in no position to call us stupid." You crossed your arms as he shot a glare in your direction. Deciding it was best not to argue about something so trivial, he continued to speak. "Everyone here stepped foot in the school, was overwhelmed by a sudden dizziness, and woke up outside the classroom, correct?" "That happened to me too," a boy with brown hair and a hoge muttered. "Huh? That wasn't just me?" The small chef shouted. "That's just weird." "But even if it was just a coincidence, it seems too good to be true." A girl with messy purple hair and a nurse's outfit stuttered. "So it's not a coincidence then. For now we can only hypothesize who is behind this strange phenomenon," the large boy said, pushing his glasses further up his nose. Muscular student cut in and noted that they should think about why they can't leave the classroom before they talk about trivial matters, like why they're there in the first place. "What do you mean we can't leave?" a brunette girl with a large bust intervened. "What? No way!" The small chef darted to the door and attempted many times to open it, but was unable to make it move. "It won't open. Why?" The muscular boy exclaimed. "I tried to take a shit just after I got here, but I couldn't get the door to move at all." He frowned. "If you can't get the door open, then there's no way anyone else will be able to. If that's the case, then I suppose we're stuck here and we can't do anything about it. Is this how high school is supposed to go?" A girl with silver hair pulled into two braids stated, "There's no denying it. We're trapped inside this classroom." Finally, he thought, at least someone understands the situation. The others began to panic. A boy with a beanie and vibrant pink hair stammered, "Are we getting mixed up in something dangerous?" He gripped the sides of his beanie, trying to dismiss that possibility from his mind. "Or maybe it would be more logical to think that this is an entrance exam," a boy with scruffy white hair questioned. "A few nights before you first attended Hope's Peak Academy, you did some research upon the school, and nothing mentioned an entrance exam. Due to this, you raised a brow at his statement. "But Hope's Peak Academy doesn't have an entrance exam," you said, crossing your arms while keeping your eyebrow raised. "You never know. They may say that to the public, but in actuality, this could be an entrance exam." With your red, he suggested, his murky green eyes clashing with your red ones. You held his gaze for a few moments, noticing that there was something peculiar hidden behind his irises. Determination? Optimism? No, that's not right. It seems more like... Oh, you examined. Your stare was cut off by a high-pitched voice. "Ah, no, that's wrong. This is not an entrance exam," squealed. "What on earth was that?" the large boy queried. "Hey, fat ass, what the hell's up with that cutesy act you just made?" a blonde boy in a pinstripe suit asked. There's no point in me retorting to your blunt remark on my body weight right now, but the voice you heard just now was not mine. "Huh? Then whose is it?" the wild brunette asked. It's mine," the voice piped in again. Everyone nervously glanced around, trying to pinpoint the source of the voice. That was until a pale girl with pastel pink hair and a sleepy expression noticed it came from behind the teacher's desk. Everyone's gaze directed towards the podium as a pink bunny jumped onto it, holding a white, pink, and gold wand up with her leg outstretched to the side. Upon further inspection, you noticed that she was wearing a pink bow in front of her right ear, wings on her back, a frilly pink skirt, and a necklace. You frowned slightly as you tried to figure out how it was moving and talking. Is it some sort of remote-controlled toy? It just looks like a stuffed toy. "Nice to meet you. My name is Magical Miracle Girl Usami. But you can just call me Usami. I may not look like it, but I'm your squeezably soft teacher," she said with a twirl. Everyone stared at her blankly. That was until the chef broke down and questioned his sanity. "Huh? Am I hallucinating? Is it just me seeing this?" he asked with sweat dripping down his forehead. The boy with vibrant pink hair put his hand onto his head and said, "Nah, I see it too." "What's up with that talking chihuahua?" the brunette girl asked. "Huh? That's a chihuahua?" the enthusiastic girl yelled excitedly. You rolled your eyes at her question and responded, "Of course not. Have you never seen a rabbit in your life?" You mentally facepalmed. "This is going to be one hell of an irritating class." "She's right. I'm a rabbit. A singing, dancing, talking rabbit mascot," she cheered gleefully. You sweat dropped. "That's not what rabbits usually do." The small chef started asking everyone else nervously about the reality of this situation. "Shh, don't act like such a coward about it. It's probably just a remote children's toy," the boy in the pinstripe suit said hypocritically. He seemed to be just as unnerved. The boy with the saturated pink hair interjected apprehensively. Even if it's remote controlled, it seems too lifelike, doesn't it? It seems too advanced for a simple toy. He contemplated his statement and looked back to the large boy who had brought up more interesting subject. More importantly, about what it just said, you know something about our situation, don't you? He crossed his arms as he glared at the rabbit. Why, of course, I am the lead teacher of this school trip, she cheeped. School trip? Everyone looked at Usami dumbfounded. What do you mean by that? Well, a school trip is when a large group of students go on a chaperone trip with their lead teacher. You tilted your head at the definition. You've never been on a school trip due to being homeschooled all your life, but it seemed like it could prove to be amusing. You've been on trips because of your various missions as an assassin for the government, but you've never been anywhere with anyone else without your parents. You couldn't help but wonder what it would be like with a class. I know what a school trip is. Why did you give us such a literal answer? Large boy interrupted by Usami's squeaky voice. Let's begin the school trip. She pumped her arm into the air. You sweat out her enthusiastic behavior. She reminded you of the enthusiastic girl with horns from earlier. With that, Usami twirled her wand in the air and the walls and the roof of the classroom collapsed. Your eyes widened by a fraction, but reverted to their original position after the brightness surrounded you. Surely the walls weren't that light. We couldn't even open the door. Your eyes narrowed at the thought. It seems like science decided to not exist today. You observed your surroundings. You were surrounded by fine golden sand clashing with aqua blue waves. The sky was a beautiful azure with the occasional fluffy cloud. The radiating heat from the sun kissed your skin as palm trees provided temporary shade for others around you. Fully bloomed flowers and a plantation surrounded some of the trees as two carefree birds soared above our heads. It was truly breathtaking. Sight, and even after all of the missions you have been on, this was the most spectacular environment you have ever been in. Through your peripheral vision, you saw that your classmates were also taking in the astounding surroundings. However, that moment of awe was short-lived as everyone remembered their situation. What, what? Your chef exclaimed, gripping his hair. This is just a joke, right? The Pinkett let out a nervous laugh. Where are we? The enthusiastic girl cried. What's going on? The Christian-haired girl yelled. Everyone stay calm. Look at this tranquil place, see? There's no reason to panic. She gave a cutesy smile while everyone else stared back at her with widened eyes. Wait, where in the world are we? You should at least tell us that much, the silver-haired girl asked intently. Where? Well, obviously we're out where it's better, out where it's wetter, out by the sea. She pumped her fist into the air yet again with a smile on her face. You gave her a dumbfounded look, wondering how on earth she could be a teacher. Does she really think we're that oblivious? Even a 3-year-old can see that. The nurse voiced your thoughts when she stammered, I can see that, but what are we doing here? Her eyes welled up with tears. You're going to get a sore throat if you keep yelling like that, you know, Sammy said with concern in her voice. You raised a brow at her. That's what you're worried about? However, it was kind of nice that your teacher showed that she cared. But we were just at the school, were we not? We are now by the sea. It's impossible. Pale girl with long blonde hair stated, her eyes showing worry. She looked like she was quite wealthy and that she was of noble blood. Don't worry, all that matters is that we're on a school trip now, Sammy said cheerily. But you totally missed out everything that comes before that, the enthusiastic girl exclaimed. You had to admit, she was right. It doesn't seem natural to attend your first day of school and immediately be thrown onto a school trip. You took a deep breath and continued to listen to your teacher. Usami told us to forget about Hope's Peak Academy because we were worrying so much about it, which caused an uproar from the rest of the class. She claimed that she organized the school trip for our sake, but even you were having doubts. She told us that there was nothing dangerous on the island, so that there was nothing to worry about, which caught my attention. Island? Did you just say island? Interrogated, narrowing your eyes. Everyone's attention snapped to you just before Usami spoke again. Yep, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's reserved for us so that there aren't any dangerous people or anything as well. So you mean that this island is uninhabited? You questioned further, putting your finger to your chin. The boy with white hair panicked with sweat dripping furiously from his head, and shouted, "Perhaps you brought us to this uninhabited island to make us kill each other?" Everyone stood in shock at his comment and glanced around anxiously. "Well, so much for staying calm." You turned your head back to Usami, releasing your hand from your chin. "How a what? Kill each other? Nuh-uh. No way," she screamed in pure shock. From your years of experience in assassination, you could tell she was telling the truth. There was the look victims often had before they realized they were about to be killed. She went on a rant about how killing is wrong and how it disgusts and scares her. After she had calmed down, she briefed us on our purpose here, which was to relax and enjoy the serene island, and told us it was our homework. You sweat dropped. "I've never had homework like this. Is this what kind of homework school gives out?" As soon as my train of thought drifted away, Usami cheered and squealed, "Let the heart-throbbing school trip begin!" With that, I heard a thud and saw from the corner of my eye that the brunette with the ahoge had fainted. Fainting from something too trivial, so troublesome. Usami gave us devices called e-handbooks, which were filled with school rules. She briefed us on what we were meant to do, which was to collect hope fragments. Everyone nervously looked around, but the tension soon faded away as someone suggested to explore the island. With that, everyone else departed and went in different directions. You stayed behind with the white-haired boy who was leaning over the unconscious ahoge. What one hell of a first day. Well, that was chapter 1, and thanks for watching, everyone. If you happen to find the story on Quotev and you want me to read it, go ahead and comment down below or send me a link. And if you want me to use the name, comment it with it as well. And if you want anything else, put it down. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!